Welcome to Cookeville's Tucker Stadium, where a menu of championship high school football drama will begin with the BlueCross Bowl's Division IIA title game coming up next. From Tucker Stadium on the campus of Tennessee Tech University, welcome to the BlueCross Bowl, where this afternoon the Division II Class A championship game pits 6-6 Evangelical Christian School versus 10-1 Knoxville Webb. Hi everybody, Mark Howard along with former Tennessee Titan and current Independence High School coach Kevin Dyson, and we are delighted to bring you this first game of what should be a fantastic football weekend in Cookeville. And Kevin, let's first check out the Governor's Highway Safety keys to the game. First of all, for Webb, the Spartans, what will it take for them to prevail?
Well, obviously today they just got to do is guide them here. Good sound defense, execute that wing team offense, and also be prepared for anything. ECS was not expected to be here, so you got to keep in mind they might have something in the bag of tricks.
What about ECS? What will it take for them to win today?
Well, they got to build on the momentum that they had by beating a good St. George's football squad and also eliminate the big play. This is a methodical wing team offense that can get you if you don't play your sound keys.
All right, let's check out our key players of the game. And for Webb, it starts with Mr. Football, Todd Kelly Jr., the do everything.
Mr. TK, his dad played at University of Tennessee at Knoxville, so he's got that pedigree in him. He's a big player. They kind of rely on him. 29 total touchdowns this year.
And also his wingman on both sides of the ball, Aaron Blantz. What about him?
Well, these guys know each other from a long time. They've been playing together since they were in Little League football, and you know they feed off each other, so it's going to be a fun game for them.
A 10-1 team. Let's hear more about the Spartans from Coach David Meskey.
So we're going to run the ball first. We're going to try to get first downs. We have three really good running backs led by Todd Kelly, who is a Mr. Football finalist. We have a very good offensive line. But again, we're going to run the ball, try to set up the pass, and make big plays off the passing game.
On the other side, for Evangelical Christian, it begins on the defensive side of the ball with Alabama-bound linebacker Walker Jones. Tell me about him.
He's their emotional leader. He's their physical leader. And these guys work that out for him today. You got this wing T offense that does a lot of misdirection stuff. He's got to play his keys, and he's got the work cut out for him with three good running backs.
And they can score some points, led by Mr. Football finalist quarterback Brent Rooker. What do you like about him?
Hey, they run the spread offense. They get up to the ball real fast. He does everything for him. He's leading the team in passing. He's leading the team in rushing. He also punts for him.
And for more on this team, let's hear from its coach, Jeff Walters.
Well, offensively, our team is a spread offense. We're a lot of shotgun. Throw the ball around quite a bit. We try to be balanced, 50-50 run pass, and we're pretty close to that. We'll multiple formations, try to be fast-paced as we are allowed to be.
Both teams ready to go. When we come back, we'll check out each team's path to the championship game and the starting lineups when we return. All right, welcome back to Tucker Stadium. Minutes before the kickoff of the Division II Class A championship game. Mark Howard along with Kevin Dyson. Webb has won the toss. They have elected to receive. So ECS will kick off, and of course, Webb will receive. Mark Howard, as I mentioned, along with Kevin Dyson, let's go to the third member of our crew. He brought his game face and a Stetson on his head, Murphy Fair. What do you got, Murph?
Hey, Mark, thank you very much. Coaches with very different backgrounds for today's game. David Meskey on the Webb side. He's been in state championship games many, many times. But for Jeff Walters over here on the ECS sideline, the only other time he was involved in a state championship game was 5 years ago in Alabama when he was an assistant coach at Briarwood. They were facing St. Paul's. I tell you that because the quarterback at St. Paul's that year was a guy by the name of A.J. McCarron, kind of a familiar name at Alabama now. Should be a great ball game. Great weather for the game.
All right, let's check out each team's road to this championship game. And first of all, Webb gets here, routing Harding Academy and Donaldson Christian Academy. Two pretty easy wins by scores of 49-21 and of course 44-0. On the other hand, the Eagles come in at 6-6, beating two teams they lost to during the regular season in Fayette Academy, and then their rematch with St. George's. You see the 42-0 win and the 27-20 victory. So Kevin, for ECS, it's been a very strange year. They've lost 4 games by 11 points. They had 1 forfeit. You see 6-6, and you immediately think prohibitive underdog. But this is a team that really got it going late in the season.
Yeah, I think they had to make some adjustments. I'm sure the coaching staff probably looked at those close contests and was actually thinking about, we could easily have won those games. As you know, Mark, football and any kind of sport is usually a few possessions, a few points here and there from changing your season completely around. And they discovered themselves, discovered their identity, and they've been able to get on here on a win streak in the playoffs.
Well, the other element to this game, of course, Webb is considered the speedier team. How can Evangelical Christian handle that speed, especially from Todd Kelly and Aaron Blantz, that 1-2 punch on offense? And that's going to be pretty compelling. While on the other side, of course, you have Brent Rooker and that more balanced offense.
Right. But depth is going to be a key. Those guys you mentioned play on both sides of the ball. And ECS, they play a no-huddle, hurry-up type offense, keep the things moving, they throw the ball around a little bit. So how well are they going to be able to handle that? How's the endurance going to be throughout this game?
Well, David Meske has been at the helm of Webb School for 28 years. He's got an unbelievable resume. He's won 5 state championships. In fact, his daughter Peyton was featured in a recent Sports Illustrated Faces in the Crowd. She won the Division II Class A Girls State Cross Country title with a broken collarbone.
Wow.
So she can play hurt. So good for Peyton. Back deep, of course, no surprise, Blantz and Kelly, numbers 5 and 6. Chandler Williams will kick off for ECS in their burgundy. And we are about ready to go on a beautiful day for football here in Cookeville, Tennessee. You got one team from the east and one team from the west. So Chandler Williams puts his foot into it. Kelly takes it at the 2. Across the 15 up to the 19-yard line. Wright Ricketts down to make the stop. So we get our first look at Jack Grayson and the Webb Spartans offense. Now Grayson threw 3 touchdown passes versus Donaldson Christian in the quarterfinals. I say that because DCA put 11 players on the line to try to stop the running game, and Grayson shredded them through the air. So we'll see what they do here. On first down, the handoff goes to Blantz. Across the 25 up to the 28-yard line. Met and stopped there by Grayson McComb, who came into the game with 39.5 tackles from his cornerback station. Todd Kelly, of course, their big back, has rushed 86 times for just over 1,000 yards, averaging 11.7 per carry. Not bad.
Big play potential. And this offense is not necessarily built for that, but if you don't play your keys, it can be.
Kelly with his first touch.
I think that's Blantz. Yeah, I think that was Aaron.
Dances ahead up to the 30, and here are the starters. Garner really the leader of that offensive line at left tackle. And then you have Strong, who they really like at fullback, along with Kelly and Blantz. Play picked up 2, the first down for Webb. And Kelly comes out of the game. So Matthew Melton, number 26, will be in there. On first down. And ahead for good yardage is Robbie Strong, the fullback, crossing the 35 up to the 37-yard line.
Yeah, I think people sleep on him a little bit. He also has had a pretty big season this year. He has close to 700 yards rushing himself.
Yeah, he's averaging 8 a carry. Blance is averaging 10 a carry, so you get the idea that the ground game is Webb School's bread and butter.
And they're going to eat up that clock.
2nd down and 8. Kelly comes in motion. He gets it. Little jet sweep across the 40 up to the 45. Dragged down from behind again by Grayson McComb.
He's tackled first by number 15, Alex Armfield.
And let's check out the defense for Evangelical Christian. Mackenzie Hill and Childers, very tough in the middle, and of course Walker Jones, the anchor of this team at linebacker, and they love Alex Armfield, who has 3 interceptions at safety. So Blance getting the call again. And it's another 1st down for Webb at the 45. There's the motion man going across midfield and up to the 45-yard line.
He's tackled by number 2.
Todd Kelly getting the call.
He's seeing them just moving this football methodically down the field, eating up that clock.
They're into ECS territory for the first time. The play picked up 9. It'll be 2nd down and 1. And Webb just running the ball as they send Brock Beeler out to the left. A little shifting with the tight end Liam Willoughby going from right to left on 2nd and 1. Again, they go with the motion man, and it's Blance. And he is driven back, did not get the 1st down.
It's the first time we've been able to see ECS get some penetration and stop them for a loss.
And that's Walker Jones, the stalwart of this defense, but Jones comes out, and he'll be spelled by Edward O'Brien, but a good tackle on the play. Might be well, he lost his helmet. So it'll be 3rd down, a long 1. Webb hurries to the line of scrimmage. Forging ahead across the 45 up to the 43.
Good 1st down.
Is Robbie Strong, and it's a 1st down. Strong considered by his coach, David Meskey, the most improved player on this team.
Just lowering his shoulders, making sure he gets the 1st down. That's critical as they keep these chains moving.
1st and 10 at the 42 of ECS. Just breaking the seal on this game. No score in the 1st quarter. And this time busting through again is Strong as he tries to spin out of a tackle, gets up to the 35-yard line. Finally riding him down was a cornerback, Harrison Cox. So, Kevin, they're getting to the 2nd and 3rd level with that running game.
They really are. They're getting very good push up front, being able to get to that 2nd level. Anytime you do that, man, you know you can create some good running lanes for your backs. And this offense is not built on the 20, 30-yard run. It's built on the 4, 5, 6, 7, and then eventually you're going to hit that home run.
Again, a lot of motion shown by Webb. On 2nd down and short. The handoff to the left side. And getting across the 35 up to the 32 is the fullback Strong. So Robbie Strong getting a lot of work here on this 1st drive. Blance checks out of the game. And again, Matthew Melton comes in as the other running back. Jack Grayson, they consider him a dual threat, the quarterback. Has only thrown the 58 passes. But again, when he was challenged by Donaldson Christian in the quarterfinals, he came through big time with 3 touchdown passes in a blowout win. So again, the chains move, a 1st down for the Spartans as they've moved it up to the 32-yard line of Evangelical Christian. Here in the late afternoon at Tucker Stadium. On 1st down, Trying the right side, busting into the secondary and getting up to the 22 is Todd Kelly. So Kelly gains close to 10 yards. We'll see if he got the first down. They're saying second and short.
Just again, just good offensive execution. We talked about it at the beginning of the broadcast, just being able to execute your offense and play sound defense. But be careful right here. This is a perfect opportunity to take a shot. You're talking about second and a short one. Might as well take a shot in the end zone with a pass, catch you sleeping. You know, they've been able to run the football, and secondary's got to make sure they stay awake right here.
Kelly, by the way, a 4.0 student. As talented in the classroom as he is on the football field. They motion him, and again, they give it to Strong. First down and more inside the 15 and close to the 10-yard line. Robbie Strong, again, barreling through the defense of ECS, finally taken down by safety Bryson Beaver. And again, those secondary guys are making the tackles for ECS, Kevin.
And it's just, again, about execution, getting hat on the hat, and guys just running hard, executing this offense. I tell you what, we're closing in on 6 minutes already gone in the first quarter. It's just showing you that they're methodical and they're keeping this chain moving. They're not in a hurry at all.
David Meskey liking what he sees. Again, they motion. This time, probing the right side was Todd Kelly as he gets inside the 10. Another tackle by Grayson McComb. He's been busy so far, the senior corner. 2 interceptions and 39.5 tackles on the season. So the ball will be nested at the 8-yard line. They can get a first down.
It's the 12th play of this drive right here.
On second down, the inside handoff. Strong barrels into the end zone for a Webb touchdown. So Robbie Strong cracks the end zone, and he gets Webb on the board. 6-0 Spartans. And Strong's not going anywhere because he's the place kicker.
Just an inside trap play, right? You know, it's, again, this offense is predicated on misdirection, deception, and if you don't play your keys, they're going to catch you. And if they find something they can run, they're going to trap the 3 technique. If you overplay that, they're going to hit you on the outside, and it's just good execution by the Webb offense. Good
Block by his center, Gage Thompson, and Strong not only scores the touchdown, but he gets the extra point. So he tacks on a 7th, and it's 7-0 in favor of Webb. So just what you would expect. You can show your spirit by texting your school's keyword to 37048. ECS, your code is Bowl1. Webb, your code is Bowl2. The school with the most votes at the end of the game will win a $1,000 donation from Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee. Standard text messaging rates apply. 1 vote per phone will be counted. Visit facebook.com/BCBST Champions for more updates. So for the first time, we will see Webb kicking off. Jeff Walters, his team behind 7-0. They'll finally get a chance to touch the football. Alex Armfield is the single safety back at his 1-yard line. The Webb drive, 12 plays, 80 yards. Kevin consumed 6 minutes and 49 seconds.
Of all that, the big thing to me is that 6:49.
Yeah, Strong capping it with the 8-yard touchdown run.
That's the way you keep a hot team that's been hot over the playoffs, scoring a lot of points. You keep them on the sidelines. They're not able to score points.
And Strong approaches. Armfield inside of his own 1. Takes it out past the 15, up to the 20. And we'll get our first look at the ECS offense, led by quarterback Brent Rooker. A little contrast here because we might see them throw the ball a little bit more. There's Rooker, who put up some very impressive numbers this season. completing 72% of his passes. Threw for 19 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. So pretty impressive. On the first play, he wings it down the right side, and the ball is caught.
And now you're looking at 2 different dynamics now. Look at this offense. Look how they hurry him get to the football.
Yep. And making that catch was Preston Parrish.
Preston Parrish, tackled by number 5.
They'll line Armfield up at the near side. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. On second down, or rather on first down, under pressure and dropped. So a sack, and getting partial credit is Skip Garner, his 3rd sack of the season. Garner, one of the defensive tackles. At the offensive starters, and well, you check the defense first for Webb. You got Campbell and Carter Thomas, the bookends, and Gage Thompson and Skip Garner inside. At linebacker, Strong in the middle, and of course, the 2 corners, Todd Kelly and Beeler, along with Chung and Matthew Melton. So it'll be 3rd down and long, very long, for ECS. The Eagles trying to get into a rhythm. I know a lot of people that don't like this looking to the sideline stuff, but that's what's in vogue now. On 3rd and 24, Rooker down the middle, has a man up to midfield, and getting the first down is Cole
Very
Hodis.
good execution.
Cole Hodis, the number 1 running back for Evangelical, latching onto that pass. And he's been a pretty dependable receiver this season. He has 40 catches coming out of the backfield.
Very good delivery and run after catch. You put it in a spot where he can actually have opportunity to run after he catches the football and execute a long third down situation. And here get the measurement to see if they actually got the first down.
Looked like he had it initially. Matthew Melton in on the tackle. And they got it. So a big conversion for ECS.
That's a huge conversion. It's kind of a deflator for Webb defense, who at that point was imposing their will.
There's your defense for Webb. And again, we mentioned you got Gage Thompson and Skip Garner manning the inside. Robbie Strong at linebacker, and Kelly and Sean, as well as Beeler in the secondary. On 1st and 10. They still haven't run the ball yet. And now Rooker, and nobody bought the fake. And he was the meat in a Webb sandwich. So Liam Willoughby, who plays on both sides of the ball, coming up with that tackle. So Willoughby looking strong at linebacker. He also plays tight end. Play loss 3, it'll be 2nd and 13. Rooker in the right flat. Has his man, that's Marcellus Giles. Gets it to the 45-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and long for the Eagles. And again, they're going up tempo, going no huddle.
You know, the thing about an up-tempo offense is hard to prepare for. But on the flip side of that, you're talking about playing against what I've called a prehistoric offense, one of these throwback type offense, the double wing T type offense. It's hard to prepare for that too as well. You know, this history of this trend of going to the spread offense.
Rooker fakes the option pitch and tries to turn it up. He's going to be short of the first down, up to the 42-yard line. Todd Kelly dragged him down.
The speed option action. We're surprised with that play call. Obviously, this must have been 4-down territory for them with that play call.
So on 4th and 3, ECS throwing caution to the wind and going for it.
going speed option to the right.
Four receivers to the left. Rooker, the quick pass.
Good.
And bottled up and stopped at the 40-yard line. Short of the first down was Trace Williams. So it will be Webb's ball as they stop ECS on 4th down. And they went to Trace Williams.
Very good job by the DB there, getting off the block and make sure he wrapped the receiver up.
Well, that's Brock Beeler who really started that procession of tacklers that finally slowed down and stopped Trace Williams. So Webb with its second possession.
Let's go, baby! Reach the key.
In this wing T offense.
There it is again.
And on
Inside
first
track.
down, Robbie Strong room to roam across the 50 and into ECS territory all the way down to the 35-yard line.
Mackenzie Hill for ECS.
You know, what this is showing you is that there's not a one-trick pony. It's not all about the Mr. Football Todd Kelly. They have other weapons, and Strong and Blanche and everybody else is out here. And it's about the unselfishness of this offense and everybody getting touches. As you see, one had 86 carries, the other one had 78 carries, the other one had 79 carries. They all touch the ball equally. It's about who's hot.
Well, defensive tackle Mackenzie Hill downfield for that tackle. Strong again, and this time he was met with stiff resistance. A nice tackle by Griffin Childress, a sophomore defensive tackle. He was wrapped up and dropped. So it'll be 2nd down and 9. The play picks up only 1. Webb leading 7-0 in the final seconds of the first quarter. They will not get a playoff. So we have played 1 quarter here at Tucker Stadium with the Webb Spartans leading ECS by a score of 7-0. We'll be back here in Cookeville.
Welcome back to the campus of Tennessee Tech. Overall field, the Spartans of Knoxville Webb leading ECS in the first quarter of the Division II Single A game, the first of 8 games on campus this week. And Catherine Smith with Blue Cross Blue Shield, our special guest. It's getting to be a regular thing, and we like that, Catherine. First of all, welcome to the broadcast.
Well, thank you so much. Very excited to be here.
Once again, we're texting this year, right?
We are. It's the 3rd annual Fan Face-Off Text Contest. So the teams playing on the field right now are playing off as well in a text contest. So we're encouraging school spirit and asking support your school and text your school's keyword to 37048. If you're supporting ECS, your keyword is Bowl 1. For Knox Webb, it's Bowl 2. And at the end of the game, the school with the most votes will win a $1,000 donation.
Awesome. Mark, there's money to be made, but we're not eligible, okay?
All right, Murph. Too bad we can't get in on that cash grab, but it's going to a good cause. Anyway, second quarter beginning. Webb with the ball. It'll be 2nd down and 9. The Spartans leading 7-0. This is only the 3rd possession of the game. 2 long drives. Grayson's going to throw it for the first time. Has a man open downfield. The ball is caught for a touchdown. It's Beeler. Brock Beeler reels it in.
There's that big play that you unexpectedly see in a wing T offense when you're just sleeping and not necessarily ready for it, and they go hit you over the top with a bomb.
Well, sophomore Brock Beeler winning that jump ball. And Robbie Strong will try to make it 14-0 in favor of Knox Webb. He nails it. So Jack Grayson throwing his 8th touchdown pass of the season.
You know, you get a little play action fake, and you get the front 7 of Evangelical, a little overzealous play in the run. You get one-on-one coverage on the backside and in the secondary. And if you have that one-on-one coverage, sometimes you got to make sure you win that battle, and especially for ECS. If you're going to throw the ball up there one-on-one, knowing you're on an island in this offense, you got to make sure they don't have that element. You know, you got to take away the run, but you give them a two-way option, be able to throw and run. It could be a long day.
And he won that duel with cornerback Grayson McComb, who's had a good game, and McComb was right there.
Yeah.
Beeler just did a good job of positioning himself and snatching the ball away.
Catching that ball at the highest point.
So 3 plays, 60 yards. The touchdown pass to Brock Beeler. Beeler's a really good athlete who can also play quarterback. Well, he can also play receiver. So Alex Armfield back at his goal line to await Strong's kick. But now ECS finds itself behind 14-0.
And believe me, this is not what Coach Meskey wants to do. This is not his bread and butter. He wants to run that football, eat up that clock.
Armfield back at his goal line. It's across the 10, and that's it. Nice downfield tackle from Dave Matthews. Love his music. It's a sketchy field position for Evangelical Christian. They'll start out at their own 11, and here's the hit applied by Matthews. Well, actually, making that hit was Alex Lansing. So give Lansing credit for that tackle. So let's see what Brent Rooker can put together here with his team down 14-0. 3 receivers set to the far side on first down. Rooker, option pitch. Otis gets a few yards up to the 15-yard line. He was wrapped up by Brant Mitchell.
Again, you see the hurry-up mode of Evangelical's offense. Just a big contrast from what we see from Webb.
On second down, Rooker looked to throw, and then ball's on the ground. It looks like ECS recovered. That would have been a disaster. So the ball in the 15, it'll still be 3rd down and 7.
He did a good job going through his keys, nothing there, trying to make something happen, but the guy took that ball away. And they get a hand in there, strip it, but it was fortunate enough that they recovered it.
He was looking to throw to Carson Sipple, but he decided to pull it down and run. On 3rd down, the play fake and the throw to Sipple, who has to go to the ground to catch it. And the play ends at the 17, short of the first down, so 4th down and a likely punting situation.
Let's see if they angle punt this or give Mr. Football an opportunity to return this.
Sets the punt away.
It looks like they're setting up to kick it here to the right side of the field.
So Rooker also does the punting. And he gets one off all the way down close to midfield. And actually that will be it'll be a short field. The 38-yard line. Boy, you hate that when the ref starts walking it back like that. It's only a 20-yard punt. So they're giving Webb a short field. The Spartans already up 14-0.
This is a critical drive for Evangelical. They have got to muster up a stop here. If not, it could be ugly before halftime.
Kelly and Blantz lined up behind their quarterback, and then they shift up. Giving it to the motion man. Blantz gets minimal yardage. Good hit applied by Harrison Cox. So the cornerbacks have been busy for ECS. Play only picked up 2, though. It'll be 2nd down and 8. They actually gave him less than that.
Trap.
They use the double handoff.
Oh,
Lance trapped way behind the line of scrimmage, trying to extricate himself, reverses his field. Blance has a block. He's inside the 25 up to the 22.
Yeah.
So Blance literally made something out of nothing.
You know, Aaron's a pretty special talent. Been watching him since he was a little kid. He played with my godson, Vic Warden, him and TK. Actually, in fact, TK caught the game-winning touchdown in 8th grade against Fulton to win the championship.
But a 15-yard gain, Kevin.
Turning nothing into something. Actually, Aaron's older brother, Caleb, actually won Mr. Football a couple of years ago as Webb won state up here. I think it was in 2010.
Well, Blance gets a 1st down. That's got to be really deflating if you're ECS. You look like you have them trapped. They go with the belly play inside, and Strong is stacked up and stopped for minimal yardage. Now, Robbie Strong has made an early impact, Kevin, in this game, to be sure.
Yeah, they found something. They're overplaying the B gaps, looks like a little bit up front, and relying on that Mike Backer to fill in the A gaps, and they're able to trap him. They're getting the Mike Backer out of there with the flow of the backfield.
Yeah, there are a couple plays from that first touchdown drive. So Robbie Strong has definitely been a factor in this game. It'll be 2nd down and 10. And the handoff this time inside to Blance, or Strong again rather, up to the 22, no gain. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
You know, on the broadcast, we talk about Aaron Blanche, we talking about Todd Kelly. But right now, the main man has been Robbie Strong. He's been getting the bulk of the carries, and he's doing a good job carrying his team right now.
When that wing tee, the ball faking is so important, Kevin. And Jack Grayson just works this offense to perfection.
Well, he's been doing it since they were young. You know, this team has been together since middle school. They've played in this offense for a lot of years. I think they've got a good grasp of what's going on.
And a timeout called by Webb. Already up 14-0 and facing a 3rd down and 10. Now next weekend, the TSSAA network will again partner with the Tennessee Public Television Council stations to bring you live coverage of the 6th annual Toyota East-West Football All-Star Game at 1 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Eastern, right here from Tennessee Tech in Cookeville. Check your local PBS station for details. Total yards, at least so far, Webb 138 to 46. For more, let's go down to the field to Murphy Fair. What do you got, Murph?
Well, Mark, earlier you read off the name of Ernest Fields being the umpire in this ball game, and I know there's a lot of people at home watching wondering, could it be? Yes, that is the same Ernest Field that prepped at Milan High School, was an all-state player there, went on to have a great career at the University of Tennessee as a linebacker. He's been an official with TSSAA for about 10 or 15 years now.
Boy, I feel old because I covered Ernest Field. By the way, Beeler, who caught that touchdown pass, his brother quarterbacked Webb over ECS in the state championship game back in 2006. And there's Grayson in the flat to the other fullback, Brant Mitchell, who gets the 1st down up to the 10-yard line. So a 12-yard gain. The 2 passes Jack Grayson has thrown have both delivered big plays. One a touchdown, and this one a 1st down all the way to the 10.
You know, the future looks bright when you got a fullback like this who's only a sophomore. Coach Meskey's trying to build him a little bit of a dynasty for some of these young guys. Good opportunity to play in the state championship game. But again, let's just talk about execution in this offense. Again, we talked about at the beginning of the broadcast about all they had to do was execute their game plan, play solid defense, execute on offense, and do what they did to get here.
On 1st down, the handoff, skirting his left end and getting inside the 5 up to the 2 is Blance. Shoved out of bounds by Bryson Beaver, one of the safeties for ECS. But the play picks up 8 all the way to the 2-yard line. And there's the sweep.
Looks like the old Packer play, pull both guards.
Yep. Fuzzy Thurston and Jim Kramer. Jerry Kramer. On 2nd down and goal, lunging in for the touchdown is Todd Kelly. So Kelly with his first touchdown of the game. And it's 20-0 Webb, and Robbie Strong will come on to attempt the extra point. So Webb takes advantage of the short field, Kevin, and now goes up by 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, you know, the sidelines of ECS looking a little deflated. They're going to have to do something big here. They need to either get a big return or execute the offense, move down the field. You don't necessarily have to even get points out of it, but it shows something positive out of this next drive.
And Strong out of the hold of Beeler. Now 3 for 3 in point afters. So 21-0 in favor of Knoxville Webb. And they are going for the jugular early. So again, we'll see Robbie Strong kicking off to Alex Armfield. Coach Jeff Walters trying to coach his team up. Down 21-0 to a formidable adversary. 7 plays, 38 yards. The drive consuming 3 minutes and 16 seconds. Go flat, faster, fly higher, get closer to nature from the most remote corners of the world to your own backyard. Nature on this PBS station. Always a viewing staple for Kevin Dyson. So up 21-0. Robbie Strong will kick it off for the Spartans. Webb has made it look easy. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Number 15 is Armfield.
Good crowds on both sides. ECS, of course, from Cordova, Tennessee, outside of Memphis. And of course, Knoxville Webb, an hour away from here.
Great kick coverage.
Very good kick coverage down to the 12-yard line. So again, tough field position. You know, fielding that and really having a difficult time with it was Trace Williams, one of the wide receivers.
Want to see the most exciting plays from tonight's game?
They have not had good field position at all. I think each time they've been inside the 20 so far to start their drives.
So again, Jeff Walters challenging his team. It's the last football game for a lot of these kids. So you want it to be memorable for them. Rooker on 1st down. Moving to the right. Floats it out. And hits Preston Parrish, who is shoved out of bounds, but a good gain, very close to the 1st down.
And he's upended by number 5, Aaron Blanche.
So Blance is the one who knocked him out of bounds. How about this one? Nice hit by Blance. On 2nd down, they hand it off, and trying to spin out of a tackle was Marcellus Giles. He got a couple of yards, but it'll be 2nd down and long.
He's met first by 58, Bennett Harrison.
Bennett Harrison came up from his linebacker station.
They need to get something going here.
On 2nd down and 8. Rooker looks right. Again, completes it all the way down to midfield. Parker Davidson on the receiving end, but a flag on the play.
And he's tackled by number
Oh,
5.
wow.
A bad block downfield, it sounds like, Kevin.
Yeah, this is just so deflating. I mean, you're having actually some kind of positive going, some positive momentum going, and and then a flag. You know, just when sometimes when things just don't go right, they just seem to snowball on you a little bit. And right now, ECS has got to overcome not only bad field position, but penalties and mistakes.
Well, just when ECS looked like it had gotten into a rhythm.
Lost down. 3rd down.
So a loss of down. That will put the ball all the way back inside the 20. So they'll start at the 16. It'll be 3rd down and 18. They thought they were going to have a 1st and 10 at midfield. Instead, 3rd and 18.
Empty set for the first time today.
Rooker again looking over the middle. Hits his man across the 30. Up to the 34, but just short of the 1st down.
Oh, they blew the whistle
Cole
there.
Hodis close to the 1st down. We'll have to see where they mark it. And it is a 1st down. That's a big play for ECS.
Very good execution. The receiver just working with his quarterback. Quarterback just going through his reads. Delivers a nice ball again.
Hodis latches onto it and does a good job of evading Todd Kelly. There's another throw and drop this time. He's trying to lead Trace Williams, and he just couldn't latch onto it. So it'll be 2nd down and 10. ECS trying to get something going. They trail 21-0 in this game. Rides Hodis, who gets across the 35 up to the 37. First incomplete pass of the game for either team on that last wayward aerial. Third and 7 from the 37. Rooker has time, threads it in and dropped. Carson Sipple looked like he had it initially, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
They did just enough to get their hands in there and distract him just enough, and trying to run before he had it in possession. These are the fundamentals of football.
And doing a good job was Brant Mitchell of getting a mitten there. So they're going for it on 4th down from their own 37. It's a big gamble for ECS. Rooker, and he punts it.
Good punt.
And this time a good punt. You're right, inside the 25. Well, just outside the 25 to the 26. But they finally get Webb pinned back a little. But still, Webb leading 21-0, and they've been moving the ball at will with under 5 minutes to go. And you wonder if they'll go on one of those drives, Kevin, to prevent ECS from touching the ball again this half.
Eat up the rest of this half.
On 1st down, Strong tried to break that first tackle. He gets a couple of yards. Carson Sipple came up to make the stop.
How many carries is that for Strong? 9, 10 maybe?
He's been pretty busy. Harrison Cox also got a hand in there.
This is his 10th carry of the game. We talked about Todd Kelly for the most part. He's his 10th carry for 70 yards.
Yeah, no gain. So 2nd and 10. Jack Grayson, when he's had to, he can throw the ball. There's Kelly taking it outside. And Kelly across the 40, or rather Blantz. So Blantz across the 40, finally run out of bounds by Bryson Beaver.
They found something on this left side of the field that they like. They keep attacking it for whatever reason. and they keep going after it. And ECS had to figure something else out.
Getting under the 4-minute mark of the first half. So a first down for the Spartans. Strong again. Good hole through the right side, and he gets up to the 45.
You know what it is? They're running away from Walker Jones. We haven't called his number yet.
I know.
Yeah,
Wright Ricketts came up to ride him down, but not before he picked up 6 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, it seems like when Walker Jones, he was on this side of the formation this time, and they ran exactly where he just left. So we'll see if they go back up to the top of the field again when he's on here.
Jones tries to shoot the gap, and this time sweeping to the right and getting a first down across midfield is Todd Kelly. Run out of bounds at about the 41 of ECS. Well, they're going to say the 43, but still another first down for the Spartans.
You know, ECS might have to do something with Mr. Walker Jones. Obviously, there's something formationally that he goes to, whether it be, I think he's going to the weak side of the formation and blitzing him a lot. And Webb has actually noticed that and is running exactly where he should be, or where he's not, I should say.
Again, ECS showing blitz. This time they pitch it wide left. And with a convoy of blockers, is Todd Kelly, gets all the way down to the 25-yard line. Finally tackled by Mackenzie Hill, who's done a good job on a few occasions getting downfield for the stop. But Kelly had Skip Garner, that big ugly on the left side, that left tackle. He was one of the leaders of that offensive line.
Gotta love the big boy. I love the hog mollies.
All the way down to the 25. So another first down for Webb. Getting the call again is Kelly. Breaks one tackle, cuts it up, gets inside the 15. And another stop by Beaver. But it's another first down for the Spartans.
Who is imposing their will. Wow. They're doing what they want to do at this point.
Yep.
Remember, lose it and lose it.
So first down from the 13 of ECS as we get to the 2:45 mark.
You know, ECS has not shown signs that they're able to stop this offense. They're just going down the field, calling plays, being able to run anything they want. They get 2 yards, the next play is 8. They're finding ways to get it done.
Strong gets the call, spins out of one tackle, gets inside the 10 all the way up to the 6. Walker Jones got a hand in on it. All right, Todd Kelly, along with Robbie Strong, has started to impose his will, as you've said, Kevin. And here are some of the plays that Todd Kelly has made on the ground.
Yeah, you watch him. It's great blocking up front. He doesn't get touched till he's 6 yards down the field. I mean, anytime you have that luxury as a running back, you're destined to have a big game.
Skip Garner helping him there, acting as his bodyguard. On 2nd down and goals, Mitchell getting close to the goal line, lunges, and he's inside the 1. So Brant Mitchell getting the rare running assignment. 6 yards. It'll be 1st and goal. Here's Brant Mitchell breaking that first tackle and just showing the strength of a fullback in muscling his way to the 1.
Again, only a sophomore.
On 1st and goal, and in for the touchdown is Kelly. So 2 touchdowns for Todd Kelly.
They're making it look easy.
Yeah, it's only his 31st touchdown of the season, Kevin. His 23rd on the ground.
That's a pretty good season.
And what you hear from his coach is great work ethic, great team player. been heavily recruited by SEC schools and has handled everything extremely well. This time Strong misses the point.
Yeah,
so it's 27-0.
His dad's been there, done that. His dad's played big-time college football in the SEC, so he knows everything. He's obviously tutoring his son up. He actually and Vic Warden actually coach an 8th grade all-star team in Tennessee, and where he's actually a defensive coordinator. And Vic Warden, who actually was on my staff, his son, we talked about Vic Warden III. He actually is the offensive coordinator for the team, who actually won a championship last year.
The TSSAA Network will again partner with the Tennessee Public Television Council stations this winter to bring you complete coverage of the BlueCross Basketball Championships. Watch the best boys and girls basketball teams from around the state compete over 3 consecutive weekends in March. Check your local PBS station for details. That Webb drive, 8 plays, 74 yards. They took 3:16 off the clock. Todd Kelly punching it in from the 1 to make it 27-0. David Meskey looks like he's closing in on his 6th state championship. 28th season at the helm at Webb. Got a pretty good gig. Now, Webb won the title in 2009 and 2010. They lost to University School Jackson in the semifinals last year. They wanted to get back to the championship game. And they are coming through big time.
This kickoff team has been huge.
And again, getting stopped.
That is the 4th straight tackle inside
Alex
the 20.
Armfield only gets 7 yards on the return.
That's very good kick coverage. Very good kick coverage. I mean, they're not getting to the traditional 20-yard line. It's hard to start drives inside your own 20 and be consistent. They've had long fields this whole first half. It's just been deflating for this ECS offense.
So Brent Rooker coming back out with his Eagles.
They're
going to try to put something together before the end of the first half. They give up the middle. Again, Marcellus Giles getting across the 20 up to the 23.
The average
tackle by Todd Kelly.
I'm sorry, the average starting field position for the ECS team has been 15.5-yard line. So it's in contrast, I venture to give Webb is probably start anywhere from their own 30, 35-yard line.
Giles picked up 4 on that play. Play fake, Trace Williams with the catch.
Wow.
Outside the numbers on the far sideline, but again, great tackling. And again, Brock Beeler. Present and accounted for on defense as well as offense. He caught a touchdown pass, but look at this tackle.
Just getting off the block and making plays. Look at him. Emotionally, he's into it. They're just playing, clicking on all cylinders right now.
Sadler Goodwin on the payoff end of that throw, and he's run out of bounds at the 30. You know, they've got time to run it down the field. Well, they got 31 seconds, so they got to pick it up a little bit.
Going to be a lot of young guys at this break. They're going to get some playing time if ECS doesn't figure something out.
It's a first down. Rooker under pressure, and he's sacked. And this time getting credit for bringing him down, Gage Thompson got a hand in on it.
That's the 4th sack of the day. You know what's even more impressive about that? They're not blitzing. They're only sending 4 guys. They're getting at the quarterback with their front 4 and sending everybody else in coverage.
Final seconds. Rooker. No gain. As the first half ends. So 27-0. Webb goes into the locker room at halftime with a sizable lead. And Kevin, that offense working. Todd Kelly with 2 touchdown runs. Robbie Strong with a touchdown run. Brock Beeler with a touchdown reception. And 27-0 in favor of the Spartans.
Yeah, they're right now. Coach is just going through anything he has in his bag of tricks. They're just basically just plucking plays and getting the positive yardage out of it.
All right, let's go down on the field to Murphy Fair with Coach Meskey.
Hey, thank you very much, Mark. Coach Meskey, from a fan's point of view, you guys did pretty well. It doesn't look like you've got a lot to talk to your kids at halftime about, but as a coach, I know you've got some things you'd like to take care of.
Absolutely, because you got to play the second half to win this football game, and you never know what's going to happen. We got to come out and get ready for a third and fourth quarter and play really well.
Does the fact that you've been involved in so many championship games take away any of the luster from this game?
No, not at all, because these are new kids. You know, some of them have never been here before. This is their first time. You know, and they're bringing the excitement to the game, so absolutely not.
Coach, thanks for your time. Good luck in the second half. Thank you. I'm not sure he needs a whole lot of luck, Mark. It looks like the Spartans are playing pretty well right now.
All right, Murph. And again, 27-0. Webb School leading at halftime over Evangelical Christian. Let's throw it to break as we go to our halftime activities. Welcome back to Tucker Stadium in the Division II Class A game, championship game. Webb School leading Evangelical Christian by a score of 27-0 at halftime. Now, earlier in the week, Murphy had a chance to sit down with the Governor's Highway Safety people for this interview.
Welcome in, everyone. Kendall Poole with the Governor's Highway Safety Office, our special guest during Blue Cross Bowl week. Kendall, we've done this before. I know what the Governor's Highway Safety Office is, but there's a lot of folks out there that don't, who need to.
Well, they do, and hopefully that's our goal, is to get everybody out there to understand what we do. Most folks know us as the booze it and lose it guys, or the click it or ticket guys, and that's great because that means that we've saturated the market with our message, and that means that we want people to be safe when they're driving. We don't want them to imbibe any alcohol and get behind the wheel. We always want them to make sure that they wear their seat belts, and the bottom line in all of this is we're trying to save lives across the state of Tennessee, and we've done a good job together in doing that over the last 7 years, and we've still got more work to do. But the TSSAA and sponsorship of these events is the best way that we can get our message out, not only to the student athletes, but the communities that they represent across the state.
I was just going to say, we as adults need to know these messages, but the best way to get them across is learn them at a younger age, and that's what you're trying to do through your sponsorship of statewide athletic events.
It is, and you know, a lot of my friends think all I do is walk around and shake hands and go to ball games, and realistically,
that's not it?
That's not it,
Okay.
Murphy. Only 17%, and you and I have talked about this, of our total budget, which is all federal in the Governor's Highway Safety Office, goes toward marketing and sponsorships, things that you would see at the Titans and the Predators and UT and Vandy and MTSU and University of Memphis and all across the state. 83% goes back to agencies, primarily local law enforcement agencies across the state, who enforce the message that we get across. So, you know, we are grantors, they are the grantees, and we have a great partnership with them. And so there's quite a bit of federal grant money that goes out to those agencies to help enforce those messages. And that partnership between education, which includes marketing and sponsorship, and the enforcement that goes along with it, is the real reason why we've been able to drive down, no pun intended, fatalities by over 30% in the last 7 years.
Kendall, it's a great partnership. I know TSSAA is glad to have you, and we always enjoy getting to see you at the Blue Cross Bowl, and we'll see you during the basketball event here in a few months as well.
Thank you, Murphy, and it's always great to be a part of the TSSAA family.
And of course, Murphy Fair talking to Kendall Poole of the Governor's Highway Safety Commission, and of course the Governor's Highway Safety people, so integral in bringing you the Blue Cross Bowl games. You know, we've enjoyed them as a sponsor over these many years. But again, 27-0, Webb School leading Evangelical Christian. Let's go back down to Murphy this time with the principal of ECS.
Hey, thanks very much, Mark. Barrett Luketic came here from the West Coast, originally from Chicago.
Originally from Chicago.
the principal at ECS. First of all, welcome to Cookeville. Maybe the game not exactly where you wanted it to be at halftime, but still a great opportunity to be here.
Well, Knoxville Webb's got a great school and a great team, obviously. They've been here quite a bit. And ECS is just proud to be here. We've had a tough year, up and down, but our guys will come out at halftime, and they'll be ready to score a couple times and hopefully get back in this game.
Barrett, thanks so much for your time. Glad you're here, and maybe they'll make the most of it in the second half.
All right. God bless.
That's it. 20-0 right now. 27-0. Webb on top of ECS. We'll be back with more halftime festivities right after this.
All right, welcome back to Cookeville. Webb School of Knoxville leading Evangelical Christian School 27-0 at halftime of the Division II Class A championship game. Webb School getting a great performance so far out of their backfield. Robbie Strong contributing with a touchdown. Todd Kelly, 2 running touchdowns. And Aaron Blantz, though he hasn't scored, has still picked up 50 yards on 6 carries. And now let's go to our PBS stations. One of the many great shots of scenic Cookeville. And here at Tucker Stadium on the campus of Tennessee Tech University, Webb School leading Evangelical Christian School 27-0 at halftime of the Division IIA game. Mark Howard along with Kevin Dyson, and Dice, pretty much total dominance by the Spartans, who took advantage of every possession they had and got into the end zone. Let's check out some of the highlights. First of all, on the side of Evangelical Christian in the first half, Rooker, the quarterback, finding Hodis, one of his top receiver running backs. And then he goes to Marcellus Giles. And great tackling by Todd Kelly. The defense for Webb School really doing an outstanding job in that way. What'd you see on offense?
Well, they've just been able to execute their game plan. This is one of those few times that he takes a shot in the passing game. But really, the bread and butter's been running the football. Mr. Football's got 2 touchdowns, over 80 yards, and, of course, the workhorse in Mr. Strong.
Exactly, and you saw Beeler with that touchdown catch, and then Todd Kelly's touchdown run. Just checking out the stats, obvious dominance by Webb School on the ground, and time of possession and total yards, which adds up to a 27-0 lead.
Now, I think I told you, what did I tell you?
You didn't tell me, and whatever you tell me is fine.
What I've been doing is giving a third of what you said.
Okay.
So the check.
All right, hopefully a little bit later we'll hear from Murphy Fair talking to Jeff Walters, the head coach of ECS, who obviously had a lot to talk about with his team, down 27-0, but they get the ball first to begin the second half. So we'll see if ECS can take advantage of that and maybe generate some momentum to start the second half.
To say this is an important drive for the ECS ball club is an understatement. They obviously need to get some points. And move this football change, get some life into your team, and also just a sense of pride. You made it this far off of winning football games, executing your offense, doing your game plan. You come up here into this atmosphere for the biggest game of the year, obviously. You want to come up here and have a good showing. You want to come out here and get blown out. So this is a very, very critical drive for this ECS squad.
And this is a team that supposedly tries to be 50-50 in terms of run-pass, even if they go up tempo. But they've thrown the ball more than they've run it. They just have not been able to do anything on the ground.
Yeah, so it's more out of necessity than want. They're having to. They haven't been able to stop this Webb team on offense at all. So they're having to actually try to throw the football. And that's not the kind of game you want to get into. You don't want to get into a situation where you have to do anything. You want to be able to run your offense and do things that you want to dictate, if you will. They want to be able to dictate the Webb. And at this point in juncture, down 27, it's become a one-dimensional team.
All right, Alex Armfield again down to receive the kickoff. And he's joined there by Elliott Hill. Robbie Strong does the kicking, of course, for Webb School as we are about to begin the second half of this first Blue Cross Bowl game here in Cookeville. Armfield will get it again. This time he lets it go in the end zone. That's actually maybe the best starting field position they've had in this game.
It is. I think they have one other drive that was right there on close to that 20-yard line, but pretty much everything's been inside that 20.
Going with the vaunted touchback.
Coach must have told him, just let it go. If it's close, let it go.
So here comes Brent Rooker. He's had a frustrating first half. But again, he's got 4 good wide receivers, and we're going to see them on this first possession. Rooker's got Hodis lined up next to him on first down. You see him motion, and they throw to him in the left flat. Hodis across the 20, across the 30, has a first down, and a whole lot more down to the 40-yard line. That play finally terminated. And it was way downfield. Brant Mitchell and Brock Beal are combining for the stop, but a first down for ECS.
Oh.
And they'll get hit with the motion penalty.
We've seen this before. You know, they get a big play, then what do? They shoot themselves in the foot. That's got to be frustrating Coach Walters.
And we have neglected to name Bobby Garrison as our lead referee, the man in the white hat, as he signals that illegal procedure. So it'll be 1st and 15 for the Eagles.
Although, you know, this has been a very clean play game. That's only the second penalty of the whole game. So both teams are playing pretty much mistake-free on that aspect of the game.
Rooker trying to get this offense into a rhythm. He pitches to Hodis. Hodis strung out and dropped.
Great pursuit.
Bennett Harrison ran him down.
And he's tackled by number 58.
No gain. It'll be 2nd down and 15.
Just great pursuit. Just trying to get to the football, just running basically from sideline to sideline.
Bennett Harrison had 90 tackles this season. This time they go 5 wide. Rooker, the slant. Hodis angles up to the 40 across midfield. And I believe it's the first time they've been in Knoxville Webb territory. Am I right on that? Joe McNish, our ace statistician, giving us the affirmative on that, a gain of 21. So Cole Hodis.
This is a good play call. Try to get isolation on that little linebacker with a crossing route, and obviously he's got a little more foot speed than the linebacker.
On first down, Marcellus Giles for minimal yardage across the 45. Tiandre Moore, linebacker, stuck his nose in there. Play picked up 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8. ECS going up tempo. There's the option pitch to Giles.
Oh, you're going to call a penalty.
Leaps over one tackler and gets across the 35 up to the 33, but you get the feeling this is coming back.
Again, you're getting positive yardage. You got a little bit of momentum going, and then it gets derailed by a mistake or a penalty.
So a hold will send ECS back the other way. So just when they start to get some momentum, it's stunted by a penalty. So back into ECS territory we go.
Offense, 2nd down.
It'll be 2nd down and 18. Rooker with time to throw. Sipple makes the catch just across midfield. Carson Sipple.
That's Carson Sipple.
Described by his coach as having great hands.
He's not first by 58.
And he's come a long way.
Good job with knowing where you are on the field, tapping the feet, getting positive yards.
3rd down and long, you get the feeling we're in 4-down territory. It seems like everywhere's 4-down territory for ECS.
Oh, they're definitely going 4 downs from now on. I think you have to try and generate some points.
So on 3rd and 12, Rooker under pressure, screens it. Hodis.
Oh, good job.
Good.
Matt Mitchell.
Good ankle tackle.
Number 21, Eotis.
Brent Mitchell, that's just a good job by him, being able to recognize, identify the play, and pursue and get to the football.
You're right. Brand Mitchell got him around the ankles. It'll be 4th down and 14. And you just don't get the feeling that ECS is going to punt this.
Oh, no.
Now, Rooker is the punter. But they're going 3 wide on the right side. Well, he was going to punt it.
Oh, that's a good punt, too. Too bad.
And a flag on the play, so that pretty much ensures it.
Oh, that would have been a great punt. Look at this, inside the 5.
Yeah, well, that has been the Eagles' luck today.
Dead ball. False start on the offense. Remains 4th down.
So Rooker will punt it again.
Coach is about to pull his hair out at this point.
Yeah, Todd Kelly is sort of playing deep safety. I don't know if, well, now they really look like they're going to punt it. I mean, he's back, Rooker is back in actual punt formation. Gets off another good one.
The punter, number 19, Rocker.
And he gets it down to the 17.
That's about a 15-yard difference right there.
So Webb will get it for the first time this half, up 27-0 after a promising drive fizzles for ECS. A special thank you to Blue Waters Rental for donating a scissor lift for us for our camera use in the end zone. When you rent for Blue Waters Equipment Rental, you'll find tools for indoor and outdoor projects, plus items for parties and special events. So Jack Grayson surveying the ECS defense for the first time this half. Robbie Strong carries and is stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Mackenzie Hill leads a conga line of tacklers.
This is the worst starting field position of the night for Webb. So see what they do. They should have a long field to take advantage to try to go down the field. But again, we have not seen ECS being able to show they can slow down this Eagle offense.
This is what Webb likes to do.
I mean, excuse me, the Spartan offense, I call it the Eagle offense. Spartan,
David Meskey says you need 2 good guards to run a wing T offense. Explain that to me, Kevin.
Well, they tell the story. They do a lot of pulling and trapping and kicking, and that's where the plays usually goes to in this double wing offense. And if you got guys, they got to be able to move. They got to be able to block people in space. They got to be able to be physical, and clear the lanes for the hole, and make room for the holes. And so it's a very, very demanding position for the guards in this offense.
Hunter Sierra terminating Todd Kelly's run at the 20, which brings up a 3rd down and 7. So a likely passing down for the Spartans, as we mentioned, up 27-0. There's Grayson rolling right, in trouble, trying to evade tacklers and can't do it.
We got our first.
So we're going to see our first punt for Webb. So good assignment football by the ECS defense. And for the first time in this game, Jack Grayson will be punting.
It's good halftime adjustment by the Eagles, you know. So now, see, they can capitalize on what will probably be their best field position of the night.
Receive the punt, number 21, Eotis.
And the fair catch just across midfield.
Wow, definitely the best field position of the night.
Show your spirit by texting your school's keyword to 37048. ECS, your code is Bowl 1. Webb, your code is Bowl 2. The school with the most votes at the end of the game will win a $1,000 donation for Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee. Standard text messaging rates apply. 1 vote per phone will be counted. Visit facebook.com/BCBST Champions for more updates. Rooker on 1st down, wings it out to Carson Sipple, has some blocking, and gets up to the 35-yard line.
He's tackled by number 5.
Aaron Blantz there to stop him. So Brent Rooker just trying to get the deepest penetration of the game so far. For ECS, throws that slant up to the 32-yard line, Alex Armfield. Armfield, the kid with what they call great linear speed. His coach calls him a diamond in the rough. Thinks he'll play college football. He's a senior. Good athlete. They like him returning kicks as well. That pass picked up 4. It'll be 2nd and 6. And keeping it is Rooker across the 30 up to the 28.
A 2 tight end set for the first time of the night. You know, they got a little momentum. You see what they can do with it. They still got a lot of time on in this game, and the style of offense that they play. You know, a couple quick strikes, you're right back in it.
The Hardy Eagles trying to bounce back here, down 27-0. We're midway through the 3rd quarter. Rooker, good fake, throws it downfield, incomplete. Preston Parrish was right there, but Todd Kelly, good coverage, got a hand in on it.
I believe that was Aaron Blanche making that play. Todd was on the other side, but, you know, again, he's playing his keys. He's in coverage. I think they're in quarters coverage, and he just played his run keys and made sure that he stayed deep and made the play in the secondary. But also, he put a lot of air under that ball. If he throws that out there just a tad more, it might be a touchdown.
It'll be 4th down and 3. Good hesitation by Rooker. Explain why that's so effective, because a lot of coaches will tell their quarterbacks to wait.
He has a read key. I believe right there it looked like they were reading a 3 or 5 technique. I'm not sure. But he has a read key. He's trying to see what the defense does. And once he sees it, he finds a crease and he gets there. And he ducks his head and makes sure he gets the first down.
He got the first down, did Rooker. Fakes the option pitch, tries to step inside. This time he is dragged down by a committee of tacklers.
And he's upended by
Bennett Harrison among those in on the stop. Andrew Campbell also in on it. So it'll be 2nd down and long. Rooker on 2nd down this time.
Just great pursuit by these Webb linebackers.
That time he pitched it to Trace Williams, one of his wide receivers. It gets down to the 22.
We got a flag.
A flag in the Webb secondary.
All right. First penalty of the night versus the Webb Spartans.
It's a personal foul against Webb.
Yeah, that's not something you need at this point. I mean, don't give them any added yardage. They already got a little bit of momentum. Give them a little bit of hope when you've been pretty much dominating this whole game.
There's Bobby
Personal
Garrison.
foul on the defense. Half a distance to the goal. First down.
I think they called it on Brock Beeler for hitting a defenseless player. So the ball will be snapped from the 11. ECS trying to get on the scoreboard here. Rooker throw in the slot to Armfield. Armfield pushes it ahead inside the 5, close to the goal line.
You know, plays like that are like extended runs. You know, it's not necessarily a home run type play, but you want to be able to get positive yards like this, 7, 8, 9 yards, and eventually you might crack. You might crack and get for the big play, but that's an extended run, those types of screens.
2nd down and about 1 from the 2-yard line. Rooker rolling. Flips it, and they give him the touchdown. Marcellus Giles. The ball came out, but they said he crossed the goal line. So a touchdown for ECS.
I don't see any red flags, so I guess they're going to count it. It's a big-time hit by TK. I mean, he just comes up and lays the wood to him, but he got the ball across the plane before he was able to dislodge it.
And Todd Kelly really lowered the boom on him.
Yeah, it looked like that should have been a touchback. Let's see. To me, it looks like it should have been a touchback, but I guess that ball crossed the plane.
Trace Williams with the point after. And he missed it. So it's 27-6. We'll find out if that will come back to haunt ECS. But the Eagles get on the board. And at least for now, we don't have to think about the mercy rule.
No. For now, anyway. We'll see what Webb can do here with this drive. They come out a little lethargic on their first drive. ECS has a little momentum, a little life in them. They went down the field, and actually on the short field, and got a good drive going.
8 plays, 48 yards, just under 3 minutes elapsed.
Aided by the personal foul.
David Meskey said you got to play the third and fourth quarters. And at least so far, his team has been outscored in the second half. 6-0, but he had that 27-point lead going in. Now catch all the action on demand. Comcast subscribers can watch all 8 of the 2012 Blue Cross Bowl championships on Xfinity On Demand starting the week after the games. But press the On Demand button on your Comcast remote, select Get Local and choose Sports, and then select High School Sports. So, Evangelical Christian kicking off. Kelly and Blantz deep. And Kelly chases the ball through the end zone. So it'll come out 1st and 10 at their own 20 for the Spartans of Webb. Leading in this game 27-6. Against a determined bunch from Evangelical Christian School.
See if they can duplicate the kind of production they had last series. They can get another big stop here. And offense seems to be hitting a little bit. Found some things that's worked for them offensively. Getting a touchdown can make this game real interesting.
Five men at the line of scrimmage. Blantz trying to change direction.
That's number 5, Blantz.
Blantz gets 2 yards as he skids to his stop. But Grayson McComb right there to end the run at the 22. Grayson McComb's been a busy young man tonight.
Check out the TSSAA or go to your local PBS station and watch live broadcast of tonight's action. You can also purchase your DVD at TSSAA.
So all of a sudden, the run's getting a little bit shorter for Webb.
They really are.
ECS making a little bit of an adjustment on 2nd down and long. The Eagles showing blitz. There's the pitch to Blantz. Blantz cuts it up after getting to the edge. It'll be 3rd down and short as he gets to the 28.
It's a big 3rd down right here.
Well, if ECS can get the ball back, all of a sudden this has a chance to be an interesting game.
Yeah.
So 3rd down and a little bit more than 2 for the Spartans.
Goes the trap.
And that's a 1st down and more. Robbie Strong getting up close to the 40-yard line. A 1st down for the Spartans. Another tackle by Grayson McComb. But a 1st down for Webb. As ECS trying to get that 3 and out. Couldn't stop Robbie Strong.
Webb taking their time.
Final 2.5 minutes of the 3rd quarter. Kelly Outside right, Kelly gets the turn. Todd Kelly with some blocking. Finally pushed out of bounds at the 25, and you wonder if there's a little something extra there. Todd Kelly running it all the way down to the 25 will check the flag. Gain of 36, Kevin.
Yeah, that puts him over the century mark for the day. They finally had another one break after it seemed like ECS found something to go ahead and stop the run, you know, and then that is kind of a backbreaker right there. You get a long run and aided by a penalty.
14 carries for 100 yards for Todd Kelly.
He hit out of bounds by the defense. First down.
So that will move it all the way up to the 15-yard line, and you're right. A crippling play against ECS. Jeff Walters can't be too happy about that.
Oh, no.
So 1st and 10 for the Spartans at the 15 of the Eagles. It's Strong busting through and into the end zone for his 2nd touchdown of the game. Robbie Strong dashes 15 yards. And again, it's a 4-touchdown lead for Webb.
Just when you think you have hope, they go down the field and put up another 6-0.
And Strong stays on the field to try to tack on his 4th extra point in 5 tries. Out of Beeler's hold. He's got that one. So the lead jacked back up to 28. And ECS is back in the soup. Robbie Strong.
Good block by
blocking
Mitchell.
on that left side. Skip Garner and Carter Thomas winning their battles. You saw Beeler there.
I believe that's close to put him over 100 yards as well for the evening.
That's how they roll. 7 carries for 100 yards. I'm sorry, 17 carries for 100 yards for Robbie Strong. That drive didn't last very long. 5 plays, 80 yards, only 2:04 elapsed.
Strong set to kick off
So
again.
it looked like maybe Webb would be in a precarious position facing 3rd down. They converted and then made a couple of big plays, and they're back on the board.
Let it go.
Armfield will again let it go through. So 1st and 10 from their own 20 is the situation that ECS is looking at. Down 34-6 here late in the 3rd quarter. Well, ECS scored the last time it had the ball. So Brent Rooker will again try to get this offense in some kind of a rhythm on 1st down. Looking downfield and completing it to Hodis. That'll pick up 5.
Favorite receiver.
Grant Mitchell, a steady
The
presence at
tacklers, number
linebacker.
43, Brent Mitchell, and number 58, Bennett Harrison.
2nd down and 5. A motion Sipple to the right. On the roll, Rooker throws, incomplete.
Passes incomplete.
The intended target, Preston Parrish, but he bounced it. So it'll be 3rd down and 5. The negative side to this hurry-up offense, Kevin, is if you misfire on a couple of passes, you give the ball back really quick.
Real quick.
ECS 4 for 8 on third downs. Rooker keeps it, and he stops short of the first down. That'll be about 4 yards short. Beeler stuck his nose in. So again, another fourth down. It'll be 4th and 3. And we'll see if ECS rolls the dice. With just over a minute 15 to go in the third quarter. It certainly looks like they're going for it. And now, Hooker goes back in a punt formation. Kelly takes it, but Alex Armfield has him in his arms.
The return man, number 6, Kelly.
35-yard punt.
He's tackled by number 15,
and no return. But the Spartans have it at their own 36 with under a minute to go in the third quarter. So it's a short possession for Evangelical Christian. And now you figure we're going to see some smash mouth.
Oh, definitely. They're going to run this clock out. They're going to take their time getting to the football. Quarterback's going to take his time snapping it. They're going to go, yeah, need this clock up for another state title.
On first down.
And off to number 5.
Give us the
Aaron
Blantz.
Blantz.
Looks like
It's 4 yards.
And he's tackled.
Again, pulling both guards, just everybody looking and picking people off, try to
Hunter
find some
Shira.
running lanes, keep that clock moving.
So we're looking at 2nd down and 6 in the final 20 seconds of the third quarter. And we'll see if they run a play. They will. And it's Robbie Strong right up the gut, across midfield, up to the 46. And he is finally ridden down by Griffin Ford. And that's the end of the third quarter. Webb will take a 34-6 lead into the fourth quarter, 12 minutes away from another championship.
ECS, your code is 01. Webb, your code is 02. Standard text messaging rates apply. Only one vote.
Welcome back to Tucker Stadium on the campus of Tennessee Tech University. Webb School of Knoxville leading Evangelical Christian School 34-6. And Webb has the ball to begin the fourth quarter. Mark Howard along with Kevin Dyson. Looking forward to a great football weekend here in Cookeville. This is usually a very well-attended event and a good start by each side. You'll have a contingent from Nashville, I know, for the next game, and one from Memphis. MUS and Ensworth. Larry Stone and Mike Keith set to bring you that.
The Governor's Highway Safety Office, the Tennessee Dairy Farmers, Baptist Sports Medicine, Wilson Sporting Goods,
So
and
Webb
Action
will
Picks
begin
Tennessee
the fourth quarter
of the
on the
TSSAA
46 of the
Championship.
Evangelical Christian. On first down, the handoff to Blantz. Blantz tries to push it to the outside, gets inside the 40, all the way down to the 38. And all of a sudden, once again, Webb is running the ball downfield. Alex Armfield there on the tackle.
Again, you're talking about the old Green Bay Packers offense, pull both guards, one kicks, one wraps for the mic, and the running back just falls behind him. You know, this offense, the guards usually tell the story. 9 times out of 10, they tell you the story, and they tell you where the play is going. And, you know, I tell you what, Webb's doing a great job executing this wing 2 offense.
You know what Vince Lombardi said to doing that sweep? Run to daylight, and that's what Robbie Strong is doing.
Up the middle,
again,
number 17.
right up the gut, across the 30, up to the 26-yard line. He is punishing that defense.
By number 2.
Beaver again on the tackle.
Bryson Beaver.
That's putting it right around 130, 135.
I haven't once made a Leave It to Beaver reference.
Oh, that's coming. You got to throw that one out there.
Ball all the way up at the 26.
That personal foul might have been a good time for it.
Webb going for the jugular. Their coach David Meskey has won 4 state championships, 5 overall for the school. This time it's Todd Kelly inside the 20, finally down
6,
at
Todd
the 18.
Kelly.
Harrison Cox
He's tackled by
responsible for the
27,
stop.
Harrison Cox.
18 carries for 133 yards for Robbie Strong and 2 touchdowns. They might need a saw to divide that MVP trophy.
I was just thinking, who you gonna give it to? You know, I tend to go with the workhorse. He's been the guy that's pretty much started this thing off strong. But then Mr. Football is starting to make a case of why he was Mr. Football this year.
On 2nd down and 2. Good fake. Grayson booting it to the left. Gets to the edge inside the 5 and he fumbles it out of bounds. But it'll be inside the 5-yard line. Jack Grayson had not used that bootleg almost the entire game.
That was a good play call. Get overzealous, trying to stop TK, and then you come out the gut. He did a good job kind of playing Houdini with that ball, hiding it so nobody knew it had it.
So 1st and goal for Knoxville Webb as we get inside the 10-minute mark. Get to see Corn Elder, one of the most exciting players in the state of Tennessee, in the next game. This might be the first penalty called against Webb. Nope, just a timeout. I believe they've yet to be flagged.
They have one. They got the one against Beaver.
That's right, that's right. They had the personal foul.
Yeah.
Whatever the case, the Spartans on the threshold of taking a 5-touchdown lead. And if it gets to 35, Kevin, you know what the deal is.
The clock keeps moving.
Yes, you get a running clock. So 9:57 to go. It's been a balanced attack for Knoxville Webb. Robbie Strong has been outstanding, as has Todd Kelly. Aaron Blantz has contributed. And quarterback Jack Grayson threw a touchdown pass to Brock Beeler. And that wing T offense working at peak efficiency here in the championship game. All right, now it's time for our fan of the game. So let's check that out. Xfinity sponsoring our fan of the game, brought to you by Xfinity, your home for most live sports. Get exclusive coverage of the 2012 Blue Cross Bowl football championships on Xfinity On Demand, and Aaron Blantz gets in on the party as he scores for the first time in this game.
That 3-headed monster that they have in Blanche and Todd Kelly and sorry, I'm drawing a blank on my man's name, Strong right now. They've just been able to impose their will, continue to run this football and get positive yards. They've had big runs. They've done it getting short runs, but they've shown just about every element of their game today. And this obviously a championship performance. Go ahead.
And the kick is no good, so it's a 34-point lead, which does make a difference.
He did that on purpose. He wants to still play instead of coach pulling it.
Okay.
He's like, I'm not going out. I'm gonna keep that clock stopped. I want to keep playing.
We got to tell some of our technical support here, they still get paid the same, whether it's a fast game or a slow game. So it's still 40-6 in favor of the Spartans. So now just about all of the integral members of their offense have visited the end zone, with Blantz getting his first touchdown of the game. Today's game and all of this weekend's football championships are streaming live on ESPN3.com. So Robbie Strong will once again kick it off for Knoxville Webb. Alex Armfield is down there with Elliott Hill. And this one will be returned. Elliott Hill getting across the 20 to the 26-yard line. Let's give credit on that tackle to Tiandre Moore. So Brent Rooker and his Charges, down by 34, will again try to get something going.
And he's tackled by number 45, Willoughby.
It's been a frustrating night for Evangelical Christian.
Hurry up, hurry up.
They have moved the ball well at times, and they'll be in hurry-up mode again. Rooker faked it. He looked like he lost the grip on it for just a second and really couldn't get it back. And he was dropped by Skip Gaynor. Or Garner, rather. Garner's got 3 sacks tonight.
That's the 5th sack of the evening.
Garner only came in with 2 sacks all season, and he's bettered that in this game. Here's Rooker on second down, throwing to Hodis over the middle, spins out of 1 tackle, and just a yard short of the first down. It'll be 3rd down and short. So Cole Hodis, who has fought through a lot of injuries this season, Walker Jones, who does most of his work on defense, checking in as one of the wide receivers. Rooker fakes, throws it to Jones, catches his first pass of the game, and it's a 1st down. Bennett Harrison waylaid him, but still, that moves the chains for the Eagles. On 1st down, Jones gets his first carry.
Good play by
this time, Todd
Kelly.
Kelly stops him behind the line for a 1-yard loss.
Oh, that's a big play, because he has something on the edge there. Watch how he avoids the block and slips inside and makes this play. Oh, that's nice.
On 2nd down and long, on the roll, Rooker looks downfield, tries to square up. He's going to run it, and he gets a few. Ensuring he was going to go out of bounds was Liam Willoughby, who's had a pretty good night on the defensive side. Surely 4-down territory. It's 3rd down and call it 7. Rooker with time. Rooker flush, flag on the play, likely holding, throws downfield, incomplete. Carson Sipple couldn't hang on to it. We'll check the flag. Let's go down in the field and get some more from Murphy Fair. Murph?
Hey, Mark, I just wanted to mention early in the game, you mentioned number 33, Walker Jones for ECS. He's got quite a bloodline. His older brother, Barrett, is the starting center at the University of Alabama. When he goes there next year, that'll be the 3rd straight Jones brother to play for the Crimson Tide. Their dad played basketball in Tuscaloosa.
Barrett Jones is a media sensation. He is a go-to guy for the media. First half, ECS had only 1 penalty. They've got 5 here in the second half. It'll be 4th down. They've got to get it to the 48. Rooker throws deep,
Good ball.
and
Good
it's
catch.
caught inside the 20 and in for the touchdown, Armfield. 60-yard touchdown connection. Alex Armfield reeling that one in. His 4th score via the pass this season.
Hey.
So a reason to cheer for the ECS side.
That was a big-time catch there. Good ball, good delivery. Gives receiver a chance to make a play, catches the highest point.
He threaded it in there.
Yeah, TK's got to make that play. He either got to dislodge that ball or go ahead and knock it down.
Well, he threw it in there between Beeler and Kelly.
Yeah, looked like Todd was assuming it was going to be kind of long. And he had that long frame, they were reeling in.
And Trace Williams for the point, and now they want to talk it over. They might go for 2 here, and why not? It's 40-12. TSSAA brings you the best in Tennessee high school sports coverage. You can watch all of the Blue Cross Bowl championships on demand immediately following our live television coverage. The site also features complete coverage of the state championships in a range of sports, from volleyball to basketball to baseball. So log on to TSSAA and check out all the action. And both sides feeling pretty good about things. ECS is just getting on the board, and of course, if you're Webb school, you're not all that concerned. And they fake it. There's the throw across, and incomplete, but a flag on the play, and they're going to call interference. Preston Parrish getting that throw from Sadler Garland. Sadler Goodwin throwing that ball, and I guess they'll mark it off to the 1.5.
Defensive pass interference on the defense. Half the distance to go, retry the down.
So they figure they might as well try that fake.
Yeah, they probably have had that in the playbook most of the season, hadn't really had a chance to use it. Would have been an opportunity to use it in state championship game.
Coming over was Goodwin. He threw it to Parrish, and of course the interference. And pushing it in for the 2-point conversion to cut it to 40-14.
Yeah.
So
a little bit of their little wildcat package there.
That's exactly what it was. ECS using Elliott Hill on that scoring play. So it's 40-14. So ECS not going down without a fight. Their drive, 6 plays, 74 yards, 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Just check out the game as it's progressed. Our game summary with it 40-14. There's the touchdown pass from Grayson to Beeler. Another TD pass to Giles from Rooker. And Robbie Strong scoring his 2nd touchdown. And that adds up to 40-14 in favor of the Spartans.
Yeah, that second quarter was kind of disastrous for the ECS.
Number 6, Stevens.
They go with the short kick. And getting over the 35.
Number 24, Stevens.
So Chris Stevens getting a touch. on the kickoff return. And they still got the first team in there.
Just a reminder that Tennessee Tech is a tobacco-free campus.
So 7 minutes and 40 seconds to go to the 6th state title in Webb School's glorious football history. Grant Mitchell is in there at fullback, and might be a delay of game on the side of Webb.
Dead ball, delay of game, 5-yard penalty. So it's still first down.
It's only Webb's third penalty of the day, so they've pretty much been mistake-free. You know, other than, you know, that big play right there where Todd Kelly probably should have went for the football a little more. They had that one drive, they aided by the penalty. And, you know, that's only the third time they've actually had some negative type yardage as far as penalties concerned. 3 for 19.
There's Blantz turning the corner across the 40 up to the 42. Baker Darlington responsible for that tackle.
And he's tackled by number 48.
He's closing in on 100 as well.
So that play picked up 8. It'll be 2nd down and 6, actually 9. And now the only mission of the Webb School offense is just to drain the clock. And we're about to go under 7 minutes to go. And again, up the middle, they've run that play effectively, whether it's been Robbie Strong or Brant Mitchell. Mitchell gets across midfield, and he's got a first down. So again, Webb moving the chains, gain of 10.
BlueCross Bowl program, which contains rosters, depth charts, and season results for all teams participating. Souvenir programs are available at any entrance gate and throughout the stadium.
On first down,
Webb has 402 total offense, 355 of it on the ground.
And Mitchell, even after they walked a couple of linemen
up the middle,
that's number 43. Mitchell all the way down to the 20, galloping almost 30 yards, 29-yard gain. Alex Armfield finally brought him down. Brant Mitchell getting the job done.
Little full block there by TK. Just a little fullback blast. Just hit it fast, like you said. Start keeping the linebackers up, and there's nobody there at the second level. So you talk about secondary players who are 10 to 12 yards deep having to come make that play.
They'll snap it at the 21, under 6 minutes to go. Kelly stopped at the line of scrimmage.
It's a good tackle there.
Hunter Shar, a nice tackle. It'll be 2nd down, a long 10. But again, Webb taking their time. We're gonna have to call a timeout. We got a little personnel boondoggle, so it's a pretty good feeling though on that green sideline. Yeah. We're up 40 to 14. All right, let's check out our move of the game, and Kevin, it's gonna go to Aaron Blantz on this zigzag kind of a play. This BlueCross Bowl move of the game brought to you by BlueCross Blue Shield of Tennessee, promoting healthy and active lifestyles among Tennessee's young people. That was Aaron Blantz with the move of the game. That was a backbreaker and a heartbreaker, all at the same time.
All at the same time. You think you got a play in your favor, a negative 10, 12-yard play? Look at him. Another back closing in on 100 if they get more touches.
Getting Blantz to 100 might be the only thing that the Webb offense doesn't accomplish tonight.
They're 400, probably close to 430 yards rushing now, and 500 yards total offense closing in on.
Getting a touch inside the 5 all the way to the 3-yard line.
Alexander Berube. And he's tackled.
Alexander Berube getting his first carry. Going beyond the depth chart there.
Yeah, he's also another one of those kids that played on that youth middle school team and has had a lot of experience. But you talk about the guys he's behind that are kind of made him go take a back seat a little bit.
Berube might get another shot here. They've definitely got the seconds in. Blantz. Well, he beat his man around the corner and he just couldn't do it. He still got pushed out at the 3. Now this is it for Blantz. He's a senior.
Yeah, what a way to go out.
Todd Kelly's got another year. .438 to go. You see the clock. Knoxville Webb trying to tack on another touchdown.
There it is.
And Brant Mitchell bucking in for the score. So the sophomore Brant Mitchell gets on the board. 46-14. Kevin, they just went right up the gut, whether it's Robbie Strong or Brant Mitchell.
Yeah. They've kind of left that
really
A-gap open a little bit tonight. Just, I guess, after watching film, they do like to put them guards a lot, and they probably had guys, up on the guards and trying to follow them for the run plays. But, they're doing a simple ISO play, just running right at them, not pulling anybody, and that's been effective for them.
Well, the extra point is good. Robbie Strong adding it.
Yeah, the clock will start running, I believe. No,
it's still 33. So 47-14.
So we still going to see
Utah math.
Yeah, I was looking at it. I saw the 47, and I just assumed.
Now that 2-point conversion prohibited that. Tell you.
We got the names wrong, but
Strong and Todd Kelly have been a pretty formidable twosome.
Yeah, it looks like they're probably their night's probably done. I'm assuming so.
7 plays, 63 yards on that last touchdown, March. 3 minutes and 8 seconds consumed. So Elliott Hill and Alex Armfield back for the kick. And they go short again. And again, it was Sadler Goodwin who has been involved in a couple of unusual plays in this game. So Brent Rooker, who by the way signed a baseball letter of intent with Mississippi State. And his coach said Rooker is the type that wants the ball in his hands at the end of the game. When they beat St. George's in the semifinals, he wanted the ball in that overtime game.
Yeah.
And he's shown us a lot of fortitude today as he goes to Preston Parish there. Off the play fake.
Oh.
Ooh, downfield. Trace Williams should have had that.
Comes some more substitutions for the Webb Spartans over here. Everybody on that bench get an opportunity to play a state championship game.
ECS 4 of 11 on third downs. And again, Marcellus Giles all the way down to the 30-yard line. He's finally run out of bounds. 24 yards on that pickup.
One of the biggest plays of the night for the ECS team. Just a speed option, just reading the 5 technique, see what he does, and just giving your running back an opportunity to make a play.
Giles lines up next to his quarterback and gets the call. Plus 1 tackle inside the 20, put it on the ground, and he lost it. So Webb recovers the fumble.
I believe that's their first turnover of the evening right there.
And coming up with the football was Andrew Craig, a freshman, making a memory for that young man.
That's actually the first turnover of the night for either team.
Yes.
He never really did gain possession back after he saw that exchange there at the second level with who's that, number 51 there, and he never did. And the second safeties came by. It just was easy pickings to get that ball out of his hands.
3:44 to go in the game. Webb in total control. The give inside. And
some more substitutions.
Yep. Getting the carry on that one is Hayden Kaufman.
He's tackled by Harrison Cox, number 27.
So David Meskey emptying his bench. Kaufman's a freshman. Cooper Edenfield is in a quarterback for Webb. And he hands to Jordan Flickinger, a sophomore. Loss of 5 on the play. So it'll bring up third down and long. Webb had a 27-0 lead at halftime, and they really have not been in much danger since.
We haven't been able to call Walter Jones name much this evening. They've kind of eliminated him and his abilities to make plays on defense, and it's just a good job executing their game plan today by Webb.
So fourth down coming, and Webb will punt it away with under 2 minutes to go in the game. And getting a chance to punt for the first time
second
is
time,
Brant
actually.
Mitchell.
It's actually their second punt. They had that one in the third quarter when we were so shocked.
No, but Brant Mitchell punts for the first time.
Who punted the first one?
Grayson, the quarterback.
Oh, okay.
Flag on, he might get a chance to punt it a second time.
Go backwards, help him out.
Little backspin there. Brant Mitchell's been pretty active in this game, has a touchdown, and has also had a great game on defense.
Yeah. I'm not sure how many tackles he's got in this quarter, but I know after
Field,
please
do not go following the game.
Use decline, big first down, red tape.
I'm not so sure Webb is too concerned right now. I think coach is trying to keep a serious face, but deep inside, he's smiling.
So just short of midfield, ECS starts this possession. Rooker's still in the game. Gets it out to Armfield. He's already got one touchdown, and he breaks a tackle down the sidelines. Armfield inside the 10 to the 6.
Wow.
I think they kind of gave up on him there for a second.
Yeah, I think everybody assumed he was going out of bounds.
44 yards on that connection.
It puts him over 100 yards receiving.
Evangelical Christian playing right to the end. They wind the clock up the middle.
And he
Giles fumbles again. And recovering in the end zone for a touchback is Christopher Stevens. So Marcellus Giles fumbles it again. And that time it cost ECS 6 points.
Good play call. He just got to protect the football.
And all that's left for Webb is to run the clock out. Not a great bounce for the Eagles. Right into the arms of Stevens. And they're in the victory formation.
Yeah, just a couple of knees here and it'll be done.
And that's exactly what you're seeing. So David Meskey, the coach of Webb, wins his 5th state title. An 11-1 season. 6th state title overall for this school. Who was in command of this game right from the first possession. They went 12 plays, 80 yards in almost 7 minutes to start the game, and they were never headed. That's every coach's favorite play from the victory formation. They will not have to snap it again. You see the clock.
He still hasn't smiled yet. There it is.
And gets a little bath on this cool night in Cookeville. And it's another Sparty party for Webb. Another championship for the Spartans of the Webb School of Knoxville. Knoxville Webb wins this game 47-14. And again, great balance on offense shown by the Spartans. Whether it was Todd Kelly, whether it was Robbie Strong, whether it was Aaron Plants, whether it was Jack Grayson, whether it was Brock Beeler. Knoxville Webb absolutely dominated this game. All right, let's go down to Murphy Fair. David Meskey wins another championship, Murph.
Hey, thanks very much, Mark. You mentioned a very dominating performance, Mark, and that's what you had today, Coach Meskey. About your kids, what do you think?
I'm really proud of them. They've worked so hard. You know, we lost our first game of the year, and we decided at the end that we were going to win the rest of them, and we did that. You know, our offensive line played great, our defense played great, and special teams played great. So we felt like that's what we had to do to win the game.
You can smile about it now, Coach. The hard part's over. I'm going to offer up to your wife a possible Christmas present. Check out this belt. It's a customized belt that's got the year of every Webb championship on it. You're going to have to get a new one now.
That's a nice thing to have happen, isn't it?
Congratulations, David. Job well done.
Thank you very much.
David Meskey, the head coach of the Webb Spartans. His team a big winner today, 47-14. A lot more post-game entertainment coming your way right after this on Play On Sports.
And 6 assisted from Webb School of Knoxville, number 43, Brent Mitchell.
All right, welcome back to Tucker Stadium. Knoxville Webb celebrating another state championship win, 47-14, the final over Evangelical Christian School. Defensive MVP, Kevin, Brant Mitchell, who had 10 tackles, 4 unassisted, 6 assisted. Robbie Strong is going to get the offensive MVP, 18 carries, 132 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So the 2 fullbacks really get it done on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, that's pretty much how the game went. It started off with those 2 and just imposing their will. They blocked for one another and whatnot. And, you know, Strong just kind of started this game off with his physicalness and hard-nosed running and not allowing the first guy to bring him down, and it just fed off the rest of the team.
All right, let's listen in as they give out the rest of the awards.
Receiving the trophy, number 33 is Walker Jones, and number 19 is Brent Rooker. Blue Cross Bowl Division IIA championship coach is David Meskey.
Their job is to make me look good.
And the Blue Cross Bowl Division IIA state champions, Webb School of Knoxville. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is proud to be a part of Tennessee's high school football championships. Congratulations to both teams for their hard work and determination. And congratulations to Webb School of Knoxville, the 2012 Blue Cross Bowl champions. The TSSAA would like to thank Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee, the Governor's Highway Safety Office, the Tennessee Dairy Farmers, Baptist Sports Medicine, Wilson Sporting Goods, and Action Picks Tennessee for their support of the TSSAA championships. All spectators are welcome to stay for the Division II AA championship game between Ensworth High School and Memphis University School. Kickoff is set for 7 p.m. If you're leaving, please remember there is no exit from the field.
All right, Knoxville Webb taking home another championship trophy in a game that they thoroughly dominated, winning 47-14. David Meskey has played this scene before, but Kevin, it doesn't seem to get old for him.
No, it really doesn't. I think every championship has its own special quality to it. Everyone is different. I think he appreciates this one like he appreciates his first one.
Show your spirit by texting your school's keyword to 37048. ECS, your code is Bowl 1. Webb, your code is Bowl 2. The school with the most votes at the end of the game will win a $1,000 donation for Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee. And our winner is so Webb not only wins the game, they win the texting. So congratulations to Webb. They get $1,000. So a clean sweep for the Spartans.
Clean sweep, man. It just was a great night for this school franchise. You got our Mr. Football winner earlier this week, and they complete the deal with the 11-1 season.
All right, well, that's the story from Tucker Stadium. Once again, the final score, Knoxville Webb 47, Evangelical Christian 14. For our entire crew here at Tucker Stadium, so long.